I come home and this is TMI, but we're all raw and real here. I went from 26,000 steps, more than that, in Disney on average, every day, every single freaking day. We come home, back to work from home mode, da 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 da. You're gonna die. Health and wellness, Jamie Summers. Hey ladies, welcome to the She's Rooted podcast.
We're about to get real unscripted.
So pull up a chair. Let's get to the root of it. What's up, Mo?
Hey.
Are you excited to chat it up today? We have so many fun things to talk about.
Yes.
It's gonna be a good day, girls. It's gonna be a good day. I'm gonna welcome everyone back to the She's Rooted podcast. If you're joining us again, welcome, welcome. If it is the first time, I think I missed a word there. If this is the first time you are joining us, welcome. Pull up a chair. We get real and raw here, don't we, Mo?
Yep.
We do.
Yep.
Yep.
We like to connect and like really just
have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be good. Today, we are going to talk about a quote, where that takes our mindset. We have something amazing that is launching tomorrow that you get to be a part of, and it's going to be really good. So should we just drop the quote?
Yeah.
All right. So here it is. Sometimes the smallest step in the right direction ends up being the biggest in your life. And if you are a pen and paper girl, maybe you want to write it down. Maybe I should read it again.
Yeah.
Sometimes the smallest step in the right direction ends up being the biggest in your life. So, where does that take you?
I love it. I love it so much because you had said this quote and literally just picked up this book last night, and I'm going to lead with this because this is exactly where it took me when you read the quote to me. And I don't think it's a coincidence because I don't believe in coincidence, but literally last night I picked up this book, and if you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. It's The Little Things, Why You Really Should Sweat the Small Stuff by Andy Andrews, who is my all-time favorite author ever. And it brings me to the very beginning of this book where he's explaining that society has taught us, have you heard the quote, don't sweat the small stuff, don't sweat the small stuff. And he's like, we've been conditioned to believe that, which in your head sounds good, like, because then you can let stuff go. But the reality is your whole life is built up on the small stuff, and the small stuff actually genuinely matters. And he begins this whole book talking about even Michael Phelps, like how it's usually a hundredth of a second that between first and second place, and going, setting up this whole idea of it. I know it gets deeper in the book about baseball swings and like those that hit the baseball just 5 more times a day or something like that. I don't have the exact stats, but that's where my head goes because it really is the very small stuff it's also easier for us to want to step over, right? Like we were just talking about this with working out. It's like you see this big extravagant workout and you're like, it must be this hard. It must have to do all of this. And it's like, no, if you were actually just consistent with these small things that aren't as sexy and exciting, but they really are the foundation. They say like you can predict a person's life by just looking at their habits, right? Like how those habits, your daily habits stack up is kind of how the direction of your life is going to go. And I think I just want to read this too and then I'm going to put this book away, but I loved this because he was talking about one of the greatest big pictures in history hangs in the Louvre where Da Vinci painted the Mona Lisa. He chose to work with the smallest brush he'd ever used. The pressure he applied with the brush was so delicate and the movements of its tip so slight that today, even with a magnifying glass, one cannot discern the individual brush strokes. I think that's such a cool, just something to take note of. Like, again, it's this very small, very light that you can't even distinguish. They blend just so seamlessly. to build this beautiful picture, and that's like our life, right? Yet they were obviously applied one at a time, carefully and with loving attention. Why? Because Da Vinci was creating a masterpiece. He goes on to say, what are you creating? To what or whom are you paying close attention as you build your life? However your family turns out, whatever happens with your business, your organization, or your team, at the end of it all, whether you produce a disaster or a masterpiece, it all will have been created one small brushstroke at a time.
It's so good. I forgot about that part in that book.
It's so
It's
good.
been a hot minute since I have read that book.
It's so good.
But you know what's crazy is how many times in our life would we feel that those little tiny small like things that we do are going to be meaningless. So why do them? Like we're always focused on the big brush, the big moments. But one of the things that I've always said for years is it's the small hinges in our life that are always going to open up the big doors. I mean, if you look at your door right now, it doesn't work if you don't have hinges on it. And those hinges are pretty small compared to that big ass door. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So that is really good. Drop the name of that book for everybody, because that was a really, really good one.
It's so good. And you know why I love it too is if you haven't read it in a while, I don't know if you remember, but it's little tiny like chapter stories. So
Yeah.
it's like kind of like if your brain is like mine and can't pay attention for too long, it's like you get just enough and you get these really great nuggets. The Little Things, Why You Really Should Sweat the Small Stuff by Andy Andrews. He also has authored The Noticer and The Traveler's Gift, which are two other favorites of mine.
Yes, I have that right behind me.
So
Actually
good.
signed by
He's
Andy
my
Andrews
favorite.
himself.
Yeah,
So
my
he's a good
favorite.
author.
Yeah,
I love a good author, good mindset. But yeah, I think a lot of times we're always so focused on the big things that we miss out on the small moments.
I think about as you're saying that too, like parenting. I'm in the thick of like parenting right now still. And someone said the other day, like, if you think back to your own childhood memories, like, yes, big adventures and big things stand out, but like in the grand scheme, at least for me, like a lot of my memories are like these little small moments of a day that for some reason like stuck with me, or like a small moment where my grandmother played with me, or a small moment where like it was all these little, it wasn't when somebody was trying to be a big moment or memory in my life. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like that small consistent moment and those small consistent choices, and like those are the things that, yeah, really add up.
It's important to slow down enough to see it, you know?
Yeah. Well, and to be able to like honor it enough, right? To I think that's like even your quote. It's just this realization that like, whoa, what if I flipped the script and I started honoring the small moments, and I started honoring the small choices, or like what we would look at as small.
Right.
And what would happen then? It's almost like a fun challenge or a game, like if
Right.
you're on your fitness journey and you're thinking, I got to do like an hour in the gym and I got to do this and I got to do that. And because you've made it so big, it's like you hit a wall. Maybe you stop all the time. I mean, we've coached so many people, like, that happens. People
Right.
stop. And they jump to all these different things. But what would actually happen if you just picked up a couple small healthy habits and you actually did them consistently for the next 6 months? Like, what if
Oh,
you
your life would
what if you
change.
did that?
Right. It would be completely different.
Yeah.
From your mindset to your health to your actions to how you show up in your day to all of it.
Yeah.
But I think we live in a time and an age where everybody and their brother out there trying to tell you that you need to do 500 million things, and you have this like all in or nothing mentality because you feel like grabbing a hold of something as simple as your health. And yes, friends, I said as simple as your health because it is not as complicated as a lot of everyone would love for you to believe that it is. Taking a step back and just like looking at all these like outrageous things that people are throwing in the internet webs on. Man, I just dated myself, didn't I, with this whole internet webs? Turning 43 on April 5th there,
It's
friends.
almost here.
It's crazy. It's crazy, which is why another reason why we're going to talk about what we're dropping here in just a few. But my sister-in-law sent me this video of this guy on TikTok doing like if you want like rock hard abs for the summer, ladies, this is what you need to do. And this dude is like he's got a bar, he's got plates, he's like doing this crazy like military press, bringing it down, dropping it down, doing an ab roll out, and then coming all the way back and like roll. And I'm like I'm like, bro, you're doing too much. I'm out. You gotta do all that crazy. Like the basics aren't always sexy, but the basics
No.
work for a reason. There is a great book, and I might be getting them confused, but I don't think that I am. Joshua Melcalf wrote it.
Mm.
It's not Chop Wood, Carry Water, I don't think. I am pretty positive that it is Pound the Stone by Joshua Melcalf. And if you haven't read that one, Mo, it is excellent. It is about a young man that is in sports, basketball player, and it was about like the basics aren't always sexy, but the basics are basically what is going to get you to where you need to go. Like you're
I
not
think,
too good to do a like layup or whatever it is. The I don't know basketball all that well, um but even in like basics of just your basic movements in the gym, like your squats. Or how about not discrediting a walk, which we're
yeah,
going to be talking about here soon. But I think that we put way too much on our plate and think that we have to do all of these things in order to make great strides forward. And it is so easy for both of us to always hone in on the health topic because that is our background.
yeah,
We've lived it, we've breathed it, we walk the walk that we talk.
yeah,
So it's easy and natural for that to be such a priority topic in our podcast as a whole because it umbrellas under everything.
yeah,
Mindset controls so much of what we believe we're capable of. And if we can get through in a perspective to a greater mindset, that in itself can be a small thing that can lead you to a bigger picture. And I really believe that obviously mindset, but prioritizing our health is going to dictate how we choose to show up in our day, our mood, our attitude, our focus, our everything. And if we don't prioritize that, we are self-sabotaging our potential future. Like that is just that's the ownership that I've put on myself. That is what I truly believe. And if we can control some small things in our life, that is only going to add a positive benefit moving forward. And if we stay consistent with the small things, then that is going to be even more positive. And if we understand what consistencies we should drive, then we can zone in on a goal and try to shoot for that because we know that the ROI on it is going to be so much better
right.
if they true to that. But the problem with the small things, Mo, is the small things are easy to do and they're also not
Easy not
easy to
to
do.
do. Yes.
Oh, there is that.
Yeah. I think what you said is really key. And I think if you're an athlete, you understand this concept maybe more, or we're
Yeah.
an athlete, you know,
Yep.
because I think any athlete or former athlete that's listening would agree if you were good that
That was good, girl.
it took you focused on the basics. It's like so many repetitions.
Yep.
It's so much, basic, that it's not the fun stuff. Again, like being a cheerleader, because cheerleading is a sport, hello. That like the fun, like a camp or a go away, and same thing in any sport, but I'm going to bring it there where you're like, oh, we get to go here and we're going to learn this and we're going to do this. But like the real meat and potatoes of how good of an athlete I was what I did every day, from a strengthening workout plan for myself, how I fueled myself, how I slept, how I showed up, like all of that stuff. That's not the fun stuff, is the meat and potatoes, because you can just like go away to camp and not do any of this and you're gonna suck. Like that's just the reality. Same thing if you play basketball, right? Like if I just go to the camps or if I just show up at the game but I'm not like shooting consistent reps, I'm not going to be good. If I'm not running
Yeah.
sprints, I'm not going to be good. It's all that basic stuff. And I do believe from my own personal experience that what you said about mindset is the literal key is when you change your thinking, everything else changes. It's just that's how my entire life switched. And it's not it's not something like, for me, it wasn't learning more fitness stuff. It wasn't learning more diet stuff. Although those things are good, it wasn't getting more motivation. It was learning how to think differently so that my life would actually change, so that I would actually move the needle, and
Right.
break free from the things that society wants you to believe are just normal. Oh, that's just a normal thought. Oh, everybody feels like that. Or, oh, everybody struggles with this. Or, oh, everybody's on this medication. Or, oh, everybody's doing this thing. Like, wants you to stay stuck in this idea of what you think normal is. But if you can break free and change your thinking, you can literally change your life, whether that is, again, fitness or finance or
Right.
relationships or whatever. And I agree with you that when you can do the basic little things consistency, that's where confidence is built too.
Hmm.
So I love, like you're saying, if you focus on these little things like I walk, and you end up saying, like, I'm going to do this walk and I'm going to walk every day, and you actually show up for it, it might at first be like, this is so dumb and so little and so insignificant. Like, I know I'm somebody that would beat myself up and be like, how can you not even just like walk every day? What the heck is wrong with you? Like, why can't you, and I've been in that place, right? And if you keep putting it off, you keep beating yourself up. But if you just show up for the darn walk and you start doing it, then you like start to crave it. Then you start to feel better. Then your mood is lifted. Then you're like, oh my gosh, I'm my boss. I'm walking. I'm doing the thing. Like, what else can I add on to my plate? Right?
Right. And I think I love that you brought up the point about the sports, like not doing those extra things are going to dictate how well you're showing up in your own sport, right?
Yes.
So when you're looking at that, like if you're, I was a part of a team my entire life, right? So I played softball all the way through college. And at the end of the day, everybody has to show up for practice, right? So it is not what you do in that practice that is going to ultimately decide the type of player that you're going to show up when you're
Yes.
standing at the plate. It is what you are doing outside of practice. It
Right.
is the reps that you're putting in extra. It is how you are fueling your mindset. It is how you are fueling your nutrition. It is how you are fueling your prioritized sleep and your water and all of the things that you need to do to best show up as the best version of yourself. That goes so beyond just a scheduled time that you need to show up as an athlete. You need to focus on the other things. And obviously, I
Yes.
wish I would have known what I know now back in the day, right out of high school, like having a mentor like myself, telling that girl,
Yeah.
Jamie Summers, when she was 18. Well, I wasn't Jamie Summers back then. I ain't gonna give you my maiden name because that might be a little TMI. I don't know. Should I drop it? I don't know.
I don't know. I think you.
I don't know. We're gonna keep that one in the back pocket. If
Yeah.
you know me, you know it.
Yeah. There you
But
go.
anyway, I wish I would have had myself now being able to be like, man, you could have been so much better of an athlete if you would have prioritized this, that, and this. If you
Yeah.
would have just not overlooked some small things and realized that if you stay consistent with that, you could have excelled so much further.
Do you know
But
what it was for me?
hmm,
Rest and recovery, actually.
yeah,
That to me was like such a small, like, I can't do that. I don't need that. Like, I'm good. And
I
I look back, and
think
if
you
I
still
could
have a
tell,
problem with that. Like
huh?
Mo, I think you still have a problem
I
with that. You're like, I
do.
have to get all the things done.
I'm
I
figuring
don't
it
have
out
time for this.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But exactly to your point, like, what would you have told that Jamie Summers back then? Like,
Right. Yeah.
mine,
Stop
mine
going to
would be,
freaking Wendy's just because it's 2 seconds from college. Make your own damn lunch.
Mine would have been like, go stretch for 20 minutes, please, every day.
Yeah.
I know it seems small and insignificant, but if you do it, you will be much better off now and later
Right.
in life.
Yeah. Well, we have some later in life's, like some mere moments that created what we're about to drop that came from yours truly.
Yeah.
So here's some fun things, some fun facts. We went to Disney World, my favorite place in the entire, like in the entire world.
Have you
And
been to Italy yet?
yeah, in Disney. At Epcot. Yep. Bonjour. I rode the Ratatouille
Buongiorno.
ride. Buongiorno. Um, yeah, in Epcot. No, I haven't
Okay.
been there in real life. I would love to go. Like, if you had a place for me to go to travel to vacation wise, like I'm always in. Like
Yeah.
I'm always in. I love a good vacation. Um, but here's the wild part. I understand that you pause life when you go on vacation. And obviously in Disney, you have to walk a lot, right? To get to where you're going and doing all
Yeah.
the things. And we love just walking around. We love good restaurants, good bars, all of those things. Um, your girl walked 26,000 steps plus while I was in Disney World.
Yeah.
And I come home and this is TMI, but we're all raw and real here. I went from 26,000 steps, more than that, in Disney on average, every day, every single freaking day. We
Mm-hmm.
come home, back to work from home mode, da 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 da. You're gonna die. Health and wellness, Jamie Summers. I'm gonna be real with you all. Just guess, Mo. What do you think my lowest day was
Your lowest day?
when I got home? Like, you know how active I am. What was my lowest day?
Your lowest day, 1,000.
Oh, well, F you. No, that was bad. Mo, 1,000.
I don't
You made
know.
me sound worse.
Why? What
I'm
was it?
crying. I didn't mean to say F you. I'm sorry. Take it
It's
back.
fine. I'm fine with it.
2,227 steps in the whole day.
Yeah.
You said 1,000.
Because you said lowest. I
Look
thought
it,
like,
I'm doing better than Mo thinks, so
yeah.
I'm fine with it now.
Well, when you do like work from home, sitting at my desk, lowest day, I'm feeling like it's got to be really freaking low. I mean,
That is crazy low. The 2,227. So here's what happens. I go into this whole holy, holy, I'm not going to cuss. I almost did. OMG. Let's just do that. I go from 26,000 steps a day to under 2,500 steps in a day to your girl's turning 43. I'm reading, I'm in and out of a couple books. I'm reading The Good Energy by Casey Means, excellent book. And I'm gonna read a stat in it, and I panic. I literally I don't think about it. I didn't even talk to you about it.
no.
I go on the internet webs. There's that internet webs again. I take a picture of my feet at the gym, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna start a virtual walking club.
Finder.
Yeah, I'm gonna start a virtual
These
walking
feet
club.
only go 2,000 steps a day.
These feet suck. Yeah. So I'm like, oh my gosh, your girl ain't getting any younger. And if I need some accountability in my life with certain things, because in my head I'm like, I get my walks in, I get my steps in, like I'm good. Man, a mirror moment, no the hell I'm not. I wear a whoop, which I love, but man, I need to be more consistent in that. So I'm like dialing back the other days. I went 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. If I go to like a fitness class, like a dance class, like I'm good on those days, 8,000, 10,000, 13,000. But man, so I panic. Don't even think about it. I'm like, I'm gonna start a club. This is even my new thing. Mo's like, let's do this club. And I'm like, we're in. We're in it together. It's gonna be a rooted virtual walking club. Just put it out there. Whoever the hell wants to do it can do it. Like, I need accountability. I am music. Mo is music. If I can walk to some music and like have a 20-minute playlist, your girl's gonna look snatched when she's 43 because there are some great health benefits to just freaking walking. It's a
Well, I
small
feel like you need to lay them out because I am all for this walking idea. I love it because I walk my dog every day anyway. But like, here's my thing. Because I don't wear a Whoop or an Aura ring, I look at steps occasionally on my phone and I'm like, oh, it didn't track them all because I don't carry my phone everywhere with me.
Yeah, that's
So
like,
in my head, I'm like, I probably hit.
yeah.
I'm good. Like, I just don't have my phone on me.
Hey, Mo, do you remember when we were talking about your protein,
Yep.
like back in the day?
Yep. It's
And
the same thing. That's
you're like the second you started tracking it, you're like, I'm only getting 26 in or 20, I think it was 24. And I was like, an 18 of it is a protein shake that
yeah.
you just added.
Ignorance is bliss. That's what
Yeah.
that's. I'm
No
like,
wonder.
I got all these steps in. I'm good today. I just didn't carry my phone with me. So,
Right. Yeah.
yeah. So give us the
So this
stats
is
for
going to
those of
be fun.
us.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm going to read. This is what I think God put some things in front of your face when you need to read it, right? So this is all it says right here. This is Good Energy. I just threw my bookmark. Good Energy by Casey Means. Um, this is what I highlighted. It says simply walking about 10,000 steps per day is associated with the following: 50% lower dementia risk. That is huge. 50 to 70% lower risk of premature death. 44% lower risk of getting type 2 diabetes, 31% or more lower risk of obesity, significant reductions in cancer occurrence, major depression, gastric reflux, and sleep apnea. A lot of these things hit home for my family roots. Like, these are big numbers that 10,000 steps a day can lower. I'm like, okay, okay, God, I hear you. And then she goes on to say, and this is what really got me: zero medication or surgeries can do for chronic disease prevention what walking about 10,000 steps a day can do. Zero. Despite this, physicians rarely prescribe, I think I said that wrong. Despite this, physicians rarely prescribe exercise to patients. If a medication could slash Alzheimer's risk by 50%, it would be front page news and prescribed to every patient. But this drug, I did air quotes, friends, for those of you that are just listening and not watching us, but this drug does exist. It's walking. Yet less than 16% of doctors prescribe movement to their patients, and 85% of practitioners report zero training in prescribing exercise. Zero medications can do what walking can do.
Wild.
Wild, right?
Wild.
And you think about, like, even someone like myself who is in the fitness and nutrition world has days where I'm only hitting 2,200 steps in a day because I just assume I'm getting it in. No, we're starting a freaking virtual walking club and it starts tomorrow, April 1st. Who's in?
Yay! We are excited.
It's free.
So
It's
excited.
absolutely free.
Hmm.
All capital letters. We have 20-minute playlists already set. We're going to have some live walks together as a community.
Hmm.
We have a bingo sheet because we have to add some gamification to it. We have to make it
Hmm.
fun, right? Like, you
Absolutely.
put a good playlist together and then you add a little gamification to it. Like, we all know how to play bingo, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna have some fun raffles. We have a tracker, and we're gonna do some other fun things that you'll see throughout the group.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some stats that we could read on with some certain step numbers to hit. But like, I've been talking for a bit, so let me throw it over to you about what you're excited about with this rooted walking group. And this is for everyone.
Yeah.
Hubbies can join too, friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is for everybody. I'm excited about it. I'm excited for the community, for the accountability. And I think, again, oh, wow, that could have been bad. Um,
Was that your tracker?
that was my phone. Yeah. See, now it's busted.
Now
So
it's God's like, get a whoop.
it's done.
It's done.
What's so weird about this too is that my husband has recently been on this kick of walking to where he just purchased a treadmill. And I was
Okay.
like, but me being the brat that I am, I've been like, we could just walk outside, like we could just walk up the hill, like we have this beautiful neighborhood.
What if it's
And
raining?
he was like, Monique, when I work from home, I don't like go walk outside. He's like, I'm not gonna do it. So he finally put his treadmill up, and yesterday he was so excited. He's like, I just walked 13,000 steps today.
Yeah.
And before he was doing none.
Yeah.
So he's
Huge.
like, I just did my calls on the treadmill and walked these steps. And he's like, Are you gonna get on it? And I've been like, I'm not getting on that thing. I'm gonna go outside, being like a little brat. And now I'm like, shoot, I might, I might have to
Yeah.
just to get my steps in for this group, maybe.
It'd be good. Well,
Yeah.
I'll tell you on the bingo sheet on one of them, it is snap a picture of something green on your walk.
I
So
love walking
if your hubby's gonna
outside.
do a bingo, if he's gonna do the
He is
walking
not
club
going to
again,
do a bingo sheet.
but he might.
He will not. I know he won't. But he will
But
see my
he
steps
wouldn't
in.
be able to snap something green
No,
and go outside.
no. And I take all the green photo. I love walking outside because there are also facts, and I don't have them with me, but those of you that also like walking outside in nature, that's also got healing properties and
Oh,
the air from the trees and how
yeah.
that there's so much there too. So I think I'm excited about, here's what I'm excited about. I'm excited about the community and the connection with people that are like, let's do the thing. But I'm also excited, if you've been listening to this podcast with us for long enough, you probably realize I am a very, like, I like variety. I like the ability to have flexibility and like change and like all that. So I do like this group that we're running, that it's for you and for me and for you and for you. Like it's not a blanket
Yeah.
program that you have to follow and do a certain way. There's flexibility where you can set your own step goals, your own, walking time goals, and like just to get yourself moving those little steps, right? Like we
Right.
talked about opening this whole podcast. It's those little consistent steps. And I love that there's flexibility in that. So there's days I can just do all my walking outside. I could do it on the treadmill. I could do it back and forth. I could do
Have
it
fun.
live. I could, all of that. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. And with our live walks that we're gonna host, friends, like if you decide that you want to do this rooted walking group with all of us, this virtual group, we'll drop the community invite below.
Yes.
And two, what's great about it, Mo, is back in the day when we were running some other challenges, we had like workout pods going.
Mm-hmm.
So if like a 7:30 a.m. walk works best for you Central Time, like put that in the group and grab a couple
Right.
in the community, and like you could press play on the playlist already pre-made for you. It's
Yep.
already set at 20 minutes done.
Yep.
You know what I
You
mean?
can
And
invite
then
your friends and just have
yeah,
them do it with you, right? Where you're like, hey,
right,
every morning at 7 a.m., let's Zoom and hit play on this playlist and just walk it out together. Like,
right,
and still be in the group, but be chit chatting with your friends and
right,
walking. Like, that's the other beautiful part, I think, that you can, yeah, have that accountability and kind of that little push to just
right.
do it, you know?
I will tell you that I sampled out one of the playlists that I put together. I walked on my walking pad and I set it at 3.7 like miles per hour, and that's what it's considered, right? 3.7 on
Yeah.
my stride. And my stride at 3.7 hit 1,983 steps in 20 minutes. Like, I feel like that is huge.
Yeah.
Do that a couple times throughout the day, or even that alone is so much more than I'm already doing because I'm not hopping. I'm looking at my walking pad. And you know what? After I got home and had that little like kick on, girl, you are not walking enough. Like you need to get this consistency down. And if it holds true to all those stats that you're going to benefit your health in this way just by simply doing the small things, by simply just walking,
Mm-hmm.
man, health is going to look a lot better on the other side of that consistency.
Yeah.
So even just doing that.
Yeah.
So I have a tracker that we made for everybody,
Yeah.
which is great. Um, and I put down on the bottom just some things to focus on, like what your daily steps are actually doing for you.
Yeah.
So just so you know, maybe we're not going to get this thing perfect. And when I say maybe we're not, we're not. Like it's life. Life is going to happen. I'm probably going to have another 2,000 day step day. Or heck, Mo told me 1,000. So like maybe I'm gonna suck even worse. Maybe I'm gonna look back at my Whoop and Whoop's gonna be like, man, you only got like 997 steps in one day.
Get
And I'll be
up.
like, dang
Get
it, Mo,
up. Get up.
thanks to me.
Move.
Move it. But at the end of the day, I want everyone to know that all movement matters, period, the end. Like maybe we're not even hitting 1,000 steps, but this challenge can get us up and moving and we can feel better about what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
But so with health benefits, Mo, it shows up at 4,000 steps a day, which is not that many, right? But 4,000 steps a day. Um, I wrote, this counts, this matters. What you're going to notice is more energy during the day, less stiffness from sitting, better blood sugar control after meals. And why? Because your body starts using fuel better and your blood starts flowing again. So this isn't all a Jamie Summers brain. This is all rooted into science and it's proven. 7,000 steps a day is where your health really starts to improve fast. You're going to see more stable energy, less crashes, better sleep, clearer thinking, and a better mood. Proven benefits, a lot of what we shared with the 10,000, but with the 7,000 actually shows lower risk of heart disease, lower risk of type 2 diabetes, lower risk of depression, and lower risk of early death. Like, sign me up for all of that. Like, I want to lower that ASAP, especially because I'm turning 43. So, like, we have things to do. Well, we have to do them now. And then 10,000 steps, a lot of things I said in the book, but what I wrote on your sheet is this is where results build. It's easier for fat loss and weight control, more endurance, stronger daily energy, confidence in your routine. And why? Well, you're burning more energy and building a strong, consistent body.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that it is really important to do the smallest steps in the right direction, no matter how many steps that is for you. It's going to be more than what you're already doing, especially if you
Mm-hmm.
take this challenge.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm
I like
excited
it.
about it.
I
I need to do
did
better with it.
there's like a path by my house that I walk and it's like up and down and up and down. And if I go from like one street to the one street and back, it's about 5,000 steps. And when you were like, I tested out my playlist, I'm like, oh, I'm going to test out the one I made too. I had my dog with me and I had no AirPods. So I had like boombox phone and I was like
I like it.
walking and jamming and passing people and they're walking.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, do I join our club?
But it, yeah,
Come on. Yeah. Um,
that's
so I'm excited. I think it's gonna be good. And I know it's gonna be good.
yeah.
You always feel better when you move.
Oh yeah,
It just is what it is. And I think that again,
yeah.
it's just that little kick and the fun, push and accountability that it takes to just get it going, you know?
Right, right. Yeah, so if it's something that you guys want to be a part of, you want to check it out, like it's absolutely free. I know that we've
Yep.
already said that, but FREE, that's it,
Yep.
period, the end. All you need is your own walking shoes, okay? And you
You
got to
can't
listen to your
borrow
body.
anyone's?
No, you
I
can't
can't
borrow.
borrow yours.
No, you gotta walk in your own shoes, girl. We're done walking in other people's shoes, okay? This is for us.
Shoot.
Yeah, or if you want to walk barefoot, that's on you, but I don't know.
Oh, no.
I no shot for me.
No.
I have tennis shoes on now. I have like house shoes that I can wear on my carpet because I have to have tennis shoes on my feet.
Are
I
they
feel more
Skechers?
productive when I have Are they Skechers? Turning 43, I'm not sorry if you're wearing Skechers. I like Skechers. No, they are Nikes, okay? You guys to do it.
I'm kidding. I was looking at Skechers for a house shoe.
Yeah,
Because you
well,
just slip in.
very
You know, when
old.
you see those commercials, you just slip in
Yeah,
the back. Yeah,
yeah. My grandma used to wear Skechers.
I know.
I'm getting to that age. Yes. I'm like, we ain't got no time for laces. We gotta go.
Yeah.
Skedaddle. Let's get out. But so here's the thing. You can walk wherever you want. You can walk
Yeah.
outside, you can walk on a treadmill, you can walk at the gym, you could get a walking pad, you can have a fitness tracker, you can have no fitness tracker. Like here's a tip for Miss Mo. I texted to you. I did put it in the group. But what's really great is if, like, let's say you are on a treadmill, walking pad, or you are walking to one of our playlists, the playlist will set your pace. So if you walk to the beat of the music, it is at, and like the playlist that I put together and Mo put together, we're anywhere from like 126 to like 130, I'd
130.
say,
Yeah.
on a beat per minute. So with that, if you're walking at that pace, you're going to be able to look at your phone, set a timer for like 20 seconds, and just let it vibrate off. But when you're walking at that pace, count your steps for 20 seconds. And whatever that number is, times it by 3, that's how many steps you're getting in a minute, a roundabout.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're staying at that same pace and you're listening to that play, like you're going to be able to be pretty close to knowing, well, if I walked X amount of steps in 20 seconds, this is how many I walked in a minute because I times it by 3 because 20, 40, 60, it's a minute. And I walked for 20 minutes. Well, you times that number by 20, and that's how many steps you probably got in. So you don't have to have anything purchased in order to do this. Like, you know how to math. And at the end of the day, if it gets us up and out of our own way and we can add in some movement, that's going to be great. And then we'll be dropping some really good health tidbits throughout the challenge as well, because there are certain times that are really great for us to walk if we can, especially after eating. There are great benefits to walking outside, like Mo said. And we're just going to make this super fun, and accountability in life is everything. And we all need it. No one's immune to it because we just think we're going to get it in if we don't tell anybody that we're doing it. So
Right.
I put myself out there, and I'm excited that you're like, let's do this together because it's
Yeah.
good. So now I actually have to get up out of this chair and get my movement on.
I sure do.
Well, I'm excited. First walk tomorrow live will be 9 a.m. Central.
We kick it off tomorrow.
We're gonna walk it out.
Ooh,
I like that song.
I'm
I
walking.
just have my playlists are pretty fun. Like I have some old school in there.
Yeah,
Good vibes.
it is good vibes.
Before you know it, you'll be done walking in 20 minutes. It'll be
Yeah,
done.
I
5
think
songs. I think I got
mhm.
one playlist with 6 songs.
Does go by fast.
Done.
Yeah.
So I'm pumped. Well, the smallest step in the right direction ends up being the biggest in your life. What if, Mo, what if we look back to just starting something as simple as a virtual walking club and holding our own feet to the steps? That this is going to turn into something so much bigger for our health and so much bigger for those that decided to jump in. Like, we
Yeah.
don't know what's waiting on the other side of this month if we stay consistent.
Yeah. I'm
What if your
excited.
girl looks so snatched? Oh
You're
my,
gonna. I can't wait. I can't wait.
snatch it up. This is what we're going to do. Yep. I got to do the other things though, too. So it's not just walking, but
Yeah,
it's going to be
unfortunately.
a good thing.
But you'll live a long life snatched if you keep walking.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Well, do you have anything that you want to drop?
I don't
Anything,
think so.
anything
I think
else?
no. I think this is good. I feel like it's just a lot of truth here. And it's again, it's not the sexy, flashy, fancy, grab your attention truth that everybody wants that kind of gives you that rush. It's the like ho hum, like shoot the basics, the little stuff. Like it's not that kind of truth, but it's the truth. And I'm
Uh-oh. Mo's frozen. So what I'm going to predict right now is her computer just died because that is what happens. She's gonna text me any second. I'm gonna piggyback off of what she was gonna say, and I'm sure she was gonna make a greater point than I'm probably going to piggyback off of. But what I will say is that when we look at just doing the small things and we show up for that, and realizing that the small things are the basic things, and how Mo was saying the basics aren't always sexy, here is a food for thought. Flip the perspective on that and look at, if we stay consistent with the basics, that is how we become sexy, right? Like sexy in our own ways, sexy in like she just texted me, computer died, we're gonna fix this too. We just gotta plug in the battery, right? Do the small things, Mo. Do the small things, plug in the computer, and it will continue to not die. But Yeah, so creating your own perspective around why the small things are important and not to discredit them. And also taking a really good mirror moment on where you are at currently. If you do have a tracker like a Whoop or a Apple Watch or anything that does track your steps, take a look back at your average throughout the month and find your lowest in the day and look at, well, what were you doing on that particular day? And being able to prioritize yourself, which we are going to talk about in our free community, prioritizing yourself on your own schedule so that you show up and so that you stay consistent with the small things, because that will ultimately lead to bigger things, which is what we're all about. So let's control what we can control. If you want to join this virtual rooted community, our walking club, like, be an OG in it, right? We're gonna kick this off. It's gonna be really good. And invite your best friends, invite your family, like whoever you want to just have that accountability alongside. The more the merrier. Like, we built this group as big as it can ever get. Like, it's all good. So invite all of your fave people in, and we are going to crush this rooted virtual walking club all together. And we have a lot of fun things to keep the accountability moving forward. So with that, you have the most incredible day. We hope to see you in the virtual walking group. And if you're seeing this podcast later and you're like, it started April 1st, and like you just now seen this and it's towards like the mid-month or whenever you see this, come on in. Like, the best day to put yourself first with something that you want to do is the day that you decide to show up for it. So it doesn't matter what the start date, it matters what your start date is. So more the merrier. And until then, stay rooted, and we will see you on the next one. Okay, bye. We hope that landed. If it did, drop a comment, share it up, and you know what? We'll see you next week. Until then, stay rooted, sister.